Hi, all my YouTube friends. This is Jodi and John with RunAwayRV Nesters. And I want to ask you a question. Is anybody ready to go full-time and also thinking about either selling or renting their house? That is a heavy question, a very heavy question to ask yourself. And a very important question to ask yourself, because you don't just want to,
rush in.
Well, saying that though, I've seen people and I've heard of people just jumping in, just all 4 feet, 4 feet, hands, whatever, just jumping in. But I think that's better on one end if you're younger. So you don't have really that, to me, in my opinion. When you're younger, it's a lot easier to do that. Much older, and especially if you don't have kids when you're younger, that's a heck of a lot easier. Just, because you still have an income and, So anyway, these are heavy questions and very thoughtful questions you need to consider actually with at any age. But saying that, if your house is paid off, you're ahead of the game. Your options are basically, you have more options in front of you. And if you need to sell your house and use the money that you have invested in it to buy an RV, well...
Question's answered.
Yeah. So that means that you need to sell your house. Most probably you will need to sell your house. And I would think this is number one to me. You sell your house and you sign on that dotted line,
That's it.
ain't no going back.
Nope.
Yep, that's it. You done it.
Mm-hmm.
So, and will you be able to find work on the road or replace your income that you have now? Social Security ain't jack. So a lot of people out there are retired, are actually still active military. So they have an advantage over a lot of people because they have their pension, to fall back on. Us regular, we got to do some kind of work on the road. But saying that though, work on the road is a lot less money than your regular job, but it's still money. So, and how many long extended trips have you stayed in without moving, staying in one spot for a long period of time in that RV? And can you completely live life in a confined space?
Oh, define confined space.
Confined space is smaller than your house.
Not necessarily. A confined space means there's only one way in and one way out. Most RVs now have several ways to get out, 2 doors or whatever. But it's not that confined.
It's still confined.
It's smaller than most homes, yeah. A lot less square feet. In other words, you can be living in closer quarters than what you're used to if you were raised in a big house. If you live in a big house. If you live in a small house, it's not going to be that much different. If you live in an apartment, it's going to be about the same. The RVs, the way they make with the pullouts now, they're just as much room as a small apartment, if not more.
But what if you have claustrophobia?
Then you shouldn't even be in an apartment either. right.
Yeah, but a rig is smaller than your apartment. I mean, because it's like.
I don't know about that.
Well, I mean, to me, the wall
Ours
aspect.
with that pull out is as big as apartments that we've stayed in before.
But
When I went
and
around.
this is one good way to test your feet. If you actually have just been in the RV or for a while. So, and this is what, I don't know if we plan on doing this or not. I think we talked about it. You can rent your house out for 6 months to a year, and that way you can see if you are really fit
Right.
to do this.
That's right.
And also too, saying that you rented it, you got a place to come back to.
That's right.
Because once you sell, you gone. Like I said, you gone.
It's true.
So, and when you rent, though, you are still responsible for all maintenance of your property.
That's right.
Because ain't no renter gonna cut your grass unless you agree for them they're gonna cut the grass. But nobody takes care of your stuff like you. So, and you have to consider that in your budget on living on the road. And there's another thing that you can do is instead of you're fooling with it and you have all the headaches and have to be like in the middle of the night, something breaks, you got to go fix it. There's an option of hiring a rental property management company. And they vary from prices, and they also vary at what you want them and what you can sign up for them to do.
Right.
They can do the whole 9 yards because they have, what is that called? Contractors that they use on a regular basis to come fix plumbing, electrical, and
It's a maintenance agreement, so you can get them to maintain it for you.
and they also do. I read that they also do. You can hire them also too to manage the yard and the upkeep. So that could be priced in there.
Right.
And and there's another thing though, because we ran into this at the house in Baton Rouge, where if you're not, say if you just close your house up, put your alarm on, and take off on the road, and you're gone for a long, extended period of time, your house insurance, your homeowner's insurance, and is if they find out about it or what?
No,
I
that's
don't
part
know.
of the contract. They take care of it.
Oh no, I'm saying if you
If you rent it out, you tell it to your homeowners.
I'm not talking about rent out. If you leave your house, just leave the house, okay? You keep the electricities on, you keep all the utilities on, okay? High up right when you're gone, like we did in Baton Rouge, okay? And nobody was living there.
In Corpus Christi.
Right. But I mean, it's like if you're going a whole year and you don't, that you could lose your homeowner's insurance. Because if somebody is not living in that house, that's why your daddy stayed in that house. So we could keep the insurance.
Right.
So that's another thing to think about. So, but we were in Corpus though working, we came back every other weekend. And we had somebody to mow the grass, stuff like that. So, but we still had to maintain.
Right.
So, do that. And talk about this right here.
Emergency fund?
Yeah, hold it. I gotta cut out for a sec. Okay, emergency fund. That's like, so if you rent your house and you get your rent, and that money needs to go into a special account, because you're not there, and the property management people, right? They need money,
You keep about,
from that fund.
You keep about $3,500 in a special account that they have access to. That's all they need.
And emergency fund also.
That is their emergency fund.
No, I'm talking about emergency fund also for you on the road.
Oh, that's, yeah. Emergency fund for life. Everybody's got that.
Yeah.
Should have it.
Well, I mean, like, things break in the rig. Like we had to replace the toilet twice.
Insurance, warranties, yes.
Yeah. So, well, what if you don't have insurance on your rig?
Yes, I will.
Well, that's where the emergency fund comes in.
Okay.
And where does the emergency fund come from?
You. Me.
So anyway, do you think you could do it?
What?
I know we want to go full time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can do it.
But
Rent the house out.
I can't just jump in and do it,
Plan it out.
because it's so much involved. Because number one, another end of that part is you got to have what you can do with your stuff, right?
And you can sell what you want, leave here furnished what you want to, and tell them they're welcome to use it, and then you put some things in storage, valuables that you don't want nobody to take, and then they can, whatever. Garage sale.
The first thing that I would do is your children. Don't bank on them though.
Tell them to come get what they want.
Yeah, but in my experience, your kids don't want what you got. Majority
They
don't
don't
want
have the
what.
room.
Well, some some have room for some furniture and some don't.
Like these old couches, leave them right here. Oh, I got a phone call.
Okay. He's gone. I forgot an important aspect: privacy. If you're traveling, living in your rig with your other half, can you handle the other half? Because there is no privacy. The only privacy you got is in a pate. And that may be saying a little bit too much. You might not have that much privacy.
It's all right, sweet pea. I'll be with you all the time.
So, in my rig, I shut my bedroom door. You might not have that luxury. You might have a curtain. You might have to put your headphones on. And the only way you're going to escape is either the bathroom or get your behind outside. You stay inside and I go outside. Just food for thought. Bye.
right.
So, you have anything else you want to add?
No,
So,
I'm good.
remember, first thing, if you sell, you can't go back. If you rent, you can go back. Remember that before you take that plunge to go full time. I hope these questions, and you might have more questions, helped you, and you have a nice day. Good luck on your decision. Bye.